It's your boy Heaven Hollywood back on the IE Network, and this is the Heaven Hollywood Report, and let's get to it. So we got a few things to talk about today. We're going to start it off with Ye, aka Yeezy, aka Kanye Titter, and that's Kanye West. Now, during this entire thing with him and Kim Kardashian, I've been on Kim Kardashian's side because Kanye West, was the one who said he wanted to divorce Kim. He pushed Kim away with all of these, saying all of these things publicly, insulting her, insulting the mom, so I wasn't feeling Kanye West and his antics. I'm not feeling the way he's acting now that they are divorced or getting divorced. However, there is one thing that I have to agree with Kanye West on, and that is the Tik Tok thing with his daughter. Now, I have not agreed with Kanye with hardly anything, but when it comes to his 8-year-old daughter being on TikTok, I have to agree with Kanye West. Probably because I have a daughter the same exact age. I don't allow her on TikTok. I don't allow her on Instagram. I don't allow her on any of those social media platforms. I don't care if it's TikTok for kids, because there's always going to be one that is, doing too much. And now she's out there singing a song, I'm in love with an emo girl. She's 8 years old. Now, I am not a leftist, and, I'm definitely not a rightist. But one thing that I do agree with the conservatives on, and I don't agree a lot with conservatives or Republicans, is this whole genderless stuff. I'm sorry, it may offend some people, but even though I'm a Democrat, I am not with that. I'm all for people being liberal. I'm all for people, being, whatever type of, whatever their sexual orientation is. I'm all for that, but I'm not for this genderless stuff and pushing this stuff on children. And Northwest has no business. And Kim Kardashian's got to take the hit on this. Northwest has no business singing a song talking about she's in love with an emo girl. I'm sorry. You can get mad at it all you want. I'm not with that. I'm an old school type of dude. I believe that men should be men and women should be women. You can go and have relations with whoever you want. I have no issue with that. You can choose to be with whoever you want. However, all this stuff that they're pushing on these children is disgusting and it's demonic, in my opinion. So Kanye West, took to social media, basically said he talked to Kim, and he said he doesn't want his daughter on. And you know what? Kanye West does have a right to say that. I'm always going to keep it fair down the middle. A lot of the stuff I do not agree with him on. But when it comes to his kids, as far as if he doesn't want them on TikTok, then she shouldn't be in there. Kim should, especially after she sees this. Did Kim know about this? Why would she, if Kim knew about this, why is she allowing her daughter to sing she's in love with an emo girl? It's my opinion. Moving on to NBA Youngboy and Lil Durk. So the beef continues with them. There has been a billboard spotted in Youngboy's hometown of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, that says Durk better. How NBA Youngboy had the thing about young boy better? It's saying Durk is better. And it was a billboard put up in NBA Youngboy's hometown of Baton Rouge. Now, Lil Durk's album is dropping. It already dropped. And it looks as though it's going to go, it has a good chance of going number one, debuting number one, with about 125 to 130K in the first week. And he's looking to debut as number one. Now, I remember when I put the hot rappers, and I put them tiers. Remember when I did them rappers and the tiers? And I had Lil Durk up there in the front. Everybody called me crazy. I know what I'm talking about. I told everybody that Dirk was gonna be up there with Lil Baby, with the baby. Well, the baby fell off. With Drake. And I put him over Youngboy, and everybody called me crazy. However, Dirk's looking to be number one, and DJ Academics made some very interesting comments about NBA Youngboy. He said that, in his opinion, NBA Youngboy is on pace to break all of Drake's Billboard records. Now, I don't know how he figured that, but he said something like Drake has 35. I guess he's talking about chart hits on the Billboard charts. I would think Drake had more than that. I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe top 40, whatever the case may be. He said Youngboy's got like 25 already, and he's 13 years younger than Drake. And he said he's way far along. He's way far ahead of what Drake was at 22 years old. So we'll see about that. I don't know if Youngboy is going to be up there with Drake ever. He's not the artist Drake is. Youngboy is he's a YouTube artist. In my opinion, he's a YouTube artist. So we'll see. He's saying something about if he does sign with Atlantic, if he reads up with Atlantic, he believes that he will break all of Drake's records. So we'll see what happens with NBA. That's an interesting take from DJ Academics. Finally, always talk so bad about these celebrities, and Steph Curry made a young girl, made her life. She had showed up at a game a few days ago. She was heartbroken to find out Steph wasn't playing.